Hi everybody, today again I'm coming with you with IT again. This is IT and I'm just here to show you something that I want just to be doing for fun, because IT is one thing that I do for fun. I just do it because I like it, I loved it, and my dream is actually to own my own business in IT, in the IT field. So, and I'm here today to just take you along with what I want to do today, which is I want to launch an Apache server. Yes, that's something that I was kind of like thinking about it, but I didn't really know exactly how to get along with it. But yes, Apache server. I'll be showing you how to run an Apache server and test it and show you how everything is working. So, and remember, this is the server we did last time. So if I do host name right here, say his name, a typo, host name. So this is the name we gave last time. So just to show you that this is the system we did last time. So, and this is the same IP address that we did. So this is the new server that we did. And remember, we did the remote desktop thing last time, as we were doing trying to RDP on this system, and we did successfully remote on this system. So let's just check the start of this system and see what the status and see how is it doing. So right now it's active, it's actually running. So the thing is functional. I can connect on it at this moment and use it without any problem. So what we will do today, let me do this thing first and famous. Let me do this thing first. Let me see, can you allow me doing now? Nope, it's not allowing me doing it now. Okay, let me go back here and do this. Okay, and I know most people want me to do this in French too, but I'm kind of like trying to get my English a little bit better before going back to French, and I've been really struggling a lot, like with all this study and everything, because my primary language is actually French. So English is just my second language that I'm trying to get better at, and I want to really translate most of this thing that I'm doing, especially this IT stuff, in English, so that when the time comes I can easily translate it in French, because in French it's not really that of a big deal. So today what we'll be doing is that I will spin an Apache server and show you how it works and everything. So I don't know if you can see, okay, this screen that you are seeing here. So let me show you one of the Apache server that is actually running now. Let me show it to you. So if we type this IP address that we just had, now this is the IP address that we had it run recently, that we just built. You see, nothing will come out of it. Nothing will actually come out of it. So let me check another system that the Apache server is actually on and test it, see if we can do some testing at this time. Let me do system, yes, CTL status HTTPD. So we have an Apache server running on this system. So let's do ifig config to check the IP address. This is 02. So let's check this one and we will see. So this one had no response. We will actually have this one running and you will see how it will ping, and the whole thing will just be really cool. And we can do this and stream it on a live website and host it on a live website. So these are just cool stuff, and I just like to do this thing for fun because I loved IT stuff. I just love them. So O2, this is the IP address that we got earlier, and we do this. So you see how it said testing. So I think if I do slash, let me see if I can do slash set here. Right here, it load my file, so I can actually get it. This is actually what I was telling you last time. So if I let's duplicate this thing and let me show you something. Let me type this URL right here, because this is the one that I've actually pinged it on a public domain and now linked it on that Apache server, and now connect it on it. So this data that you're seeing here, this page that you're seeing here, is actually sitting in one of my hard drive, and I can connect this. Okay, let me just connect this right here and show you something, because these are cool stuff that I do most of the time. Just for sometimes I use them. Actually, this one particularly, I really use it. I use it most of the time because there are certain things that for me to download it on the internet and everything, it takes time. So you see now that it has load and it's not using this IP address anymore. So these are just some cool stuff that I do. So let me see if we can ping this IP address and see if we can have a return on it, if that will actually ping my Apache server. So ping. Okay, let's see what will happen. So we have a return, but it's actually pinging the public domain IP address. So that's not really that bad. But what I want you to realize here is that this, the same IP address here, is the same thing that is hidden here. So anyone that is following my website, so here's my website. Let me show you my website. Let me show you my website. The thing just popped up earlier when I was doing all these things. So that's it right there. Or the thing is already even among the search of Google. So if you come here, down here, because I have a link down here, download, right? And you click here, it takes you directly to this page. See how cool all that is. So these are cool stuff. And today, this page, this IP address, the one that we did recently, there is nothing on it at this point, at this moment. Is 210. There's nothing on it at this moment, and it will just turn like that and nothing will come back because there's nothing on it. So what we will do is that I will show you guys how to run and enable an Apache server. So we just check the remote access of this system, so we can actually RDP on this system. So right here you see that the response is negative, so it's not pinging on that IP address. So we actually make it ping. So what we do now is that we come here on our server and we will type the same thing, systemctl status httpd. You see, it cannot find it. The reason is, no, we had it wrong. I type it wrong. Oh, I didn't. That was the right. Let me see. You know, sometimes you have to verify all these things to make sure that you had it right. Status, yes. So we type it right. It says unit HTTP server could not be found. Then the reason is very simple. Is because this is not yet enabled. It's not yet installed. It's not yet enabled. It's not in the system. So let's go and do just that. So I hope you guys are having fun with all these things, because I do have a lot of fun with it. So so let's first of all do one thing, is that we clear this whole thing. We have a lot of junk going on here. So let's clear it. Let's clear it. Oops, I did a typo there. So it's all cleared. So the first thing that we do is that we will do yum install -y httpd. That's the demo. I don't want to say demon. That is the actually software that we need to install to run HTTP as what? How did I call it? A web server? Yeah, web server. Yes. So we do yum install instead. Yum install -wide. Y means yes. HTTPD. So we are actually telling the system to install this system that we want. We go on the internet and search for it and install it on our system, or go into the repo file and download it and install it for us. So let's do just that. What does it say? Fast mirror. Okay, it's still logging. It hasn't come back yet, so let's just wait for it. It's coming. It's loading. That's a great news. Everything is doing wonderful. It's loading and installing the the HTTP, the Apache server. It's actually loading the Apache server. So this is just cool stuff. I love doing this. It's just fun. So it's complete installing this one now. So we actually install the second one, but I don't really think we really need this one. But yeah, I'll install it just for you to see the process, for you to have everything. Because when you're doing IT stuff, you have to make sure that you have all the necessary demo that will be running your software for it to function properly. Because if you don't run all the necessary demo, you might end up, having an error at the end of the process. So right here, let's log in this other demo, install this other demo. So it's still the same command, everything, but we will add something at the end. And the end, this thing is what we add: mode underscore the secure Linux. This is kind of like an additional feature that came with the CentOS 7. So we just install it to make sure that when we will run our Apache server, we will not encounter anything. The secure Linux option will not hinder us from actually connecting on the system. So we do enter. It will actually do the same thing. It will still download and install all the components. So everything is done, installing it right now. So what we do now is that we will check the status of this system. Or let's start the HTTP, because at this point everything has been installed already. So let's check the status now. No, let's start it instead. I'm sorry. We will start it and then check it. Now it's back. It means it has been checked, and let's check the status. Now it's running. So let me show you there's something really cool. If we go back here now, that is why IT is really cool. IT is something is really fun. I love doing it. Because when something works, it's really exciting. So if we refresh this page now, remember this is the IP address. Let me show you again the IP address, because I don't want you to be lost in this whole process. So here's the, if we do ipconfig here, right? So you see this is the IP address here, 210. So let's go back here now and refresh our website. Just refresh it. Okay, it's still not pinging. It means that we are not done yet. Something is still missing. Oh yeah, the port. We haven't opened the port yet. Okay, yes. But at this point, right, from just looking at in this particular point of view, right, it is already right here. It says active. So we run the command here, systemctl, which stand for control status, httpd. We did check and it says the status what is active is running. So let's go ahead and do some configuration on this system and open the port and allow it to freely communicate into the system and do the necessary job that we want him to do, because we still have to enable some component. So let's close this page and continue with our configuration. But at this point, what I wanted to do was just see if that will respond, but it didn't respond, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Let me keep this going with you. So right now, what we are doing here is that we are done starting the HTTP demo. So now we'll enable it. We'll enable it from the system. After starting it, we'll actually enable it, because that's another part of, you know, starting the whole system. Because you can start it, and if you don't enable it, this whole thing would not be able to function properly. And then we validate. That is the command to enable it. So you just type enable. So all these things are just kind of like practical. You don't even need to do that much on it. And we validate. The request went and came back positively. There is nothing wrong about it. Everything is functional, fully functional. So what we will do is that we will make sure that, remember yesterday when we did the XRDP configuration, I was telling you that we need to check it on both levels. So when we start the system, we don't need to go and start it all over again. So it just make it permanent, enable. So right here, let me type the command to actually check it for you, because this is actually making sure that we don't have to restarting it every time we reboot our system. The command to make that permanent is this one: check config space httpd space 2 level Now what we are actually telling, because we have what we call the boot level in the booting process, and the booting process have level. We have from level 1 to 5. So 1 is the post boot. I don't really quite remember the 2, but I will actually find it and tell you. But 3 is actually the pre-post boot. That's actually the moment when it initial program from the BIOS to launch the whole system, from 3 and 5. And that is when you set up configuration like the one we're about to do here, it will go and check on those configuration and determine if this option have to stay up or down. So if you don't configure it, it will stay down. If you have configured like we are doing right now, the thing will stay up. So we are actually telling this system now that every time we return on the system, or we turn it off and we turn it back on, every time when it's booting, you have to go back and run this program and run HTTP daemon, so that we should be able to use it when time comes, when we need it. And we will actually do the same thing for the XRDP, because the XRDP is the one we're actually using to remote on the system. So we hit it, and if the request come back, it says it went and everything works. It did forward the request and it came back positively. That means everything is fully functional. So let's do the same thing with the XRDP. This XRDP, and do the same thing. It forward the request. That means next time when we turn off this system, we will not have to do this thing anymore. We will not have to go and start it, because remember we tried to start it last time when we were doing it, and it was not just a pleasant thing. Remember, most of the time this system that we are using in company and everything, you don't really have physical access to this system. So if you have to go physically and turn on and off the system every time when you turn it off, that would be a huge hazard. And most people, they are not just, you know, they don't like to do that. So by checking this thing on both level, on level 3 and level 5, actually allow the system, even when you auto reboot the system remotely, when the system comes up, you don't have to manually start it anymore. It will just pick it up immediately when it starts. So that was the next configuration that we did, enabling the HTTP daemon. So the next thing now that we will do is that we will open up the firewall, the public firewall. This is actually when we will tell the system to allow a browser to be able to ping the IP address and open it right here. Remember when we were trying to do it right here earlier and it was not responding? Right here, we did it right here earlier, it was not responding. So what we're about to do now is we're about to tell the firewall to allow access to this system at this point. So that is exactly what we'll be doing right now. So the command is this command. So let's go ahead and do it. It's a pretty long command and I don't want to stress us a little bit. Let's just copy this thing and paste. But I'm just doing this for fun, you know. So this is the full command here. You can use this command to, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't take off the other one. Let's take it off. Okay, so this is the command right here. So when you type this full command, you're actually telling the firewall to permanently, you know, allow the public area and add the server HTTP. Now you don't add the deal on it anymore because you don't really need all that stuff. When it's pinging out of the internet into our server, it does not really need all those things. So we validate it. Success. It means that the whole thing went through perfectly. It's working perfectly. So the next thing that we do is that we reload it. Normally, if you have your your secure link, like the S at the end of HTTP, you have to also tell the firewall to do the same thing. Now we don't really have any secure thing on this web server, so we don't really need that for now. So we'll just allow it. But if you do have the S, the little S before the HTTPS, you need to also run the firewall. Instead of doing P here only, you add S at the end. That's just the difference. So what will happen is that let's try again this thing, what I was doing earlier in the beginning. So let's refresh this thing again and let's see what will happen. Bam. It went through. You see that we have just enabled HTTP on this system and it's fully functional. I can just run a very simple script right now on how do they call it, Visual Studio Editor, and you will see it will run a very basic classic website on this server right now. By the way, let's even try that right now. Let's do something, because I like to do this stuff. These are just fun stuff that sometimes I always do it for fun. So let me show you by running a very simple programming script. It's a script, running it on how do they call it, a Visual Studio Editor. I will just do just that. Let me find it, need to find one that is fully functional. Okay, yes, this one is already written. So let me export this into the file system of this computer, because this computer, that's the one we are trying to connect on. There are many other ways of doing these things, and it's so fun that when you know how to get along with all these things, it's really cool. You don't need to overstressed. You just do things and they worked. So let's connect on this server, the one that we just created, right? Okay, yes, it's allowing us to connect. Let's go in as root. Let's use our password. Yep, now we are connected on it. Let's go ahead and find www.http. So what I would do is that I will copy one of these files, this one, into here, and I will say okay. It's transporting those information. Sorry, this other part you can't even see it, but I'm using what they call WinSCP. Is a secure software to transport file from a system to another system. So I'm actually transporting this script that is already written. Let me see if I can even launch it from here, because I have it run a Visual Studio Code software. Let me just run it here and see if the thing will load. It's actually loading right now. Okay, the script. Okay, cool. I don't know if all the file will still be there and will allow me to actually running it. The index HTML is functional, is already operational. So it's actually downloading it and everything. So let me see. This was kind of like a basic website that I did, and I did not finish configure everything yet. But these are stuff that I was just doing it for fun, and it was cool, you know, having all this thing going on. And I could link it directly to my YouTube channel, and this thing is still linked. Wow. It's so cool to see how I could do this stuff, and it's still kind of like on. It's so amazing sometimes to see this stuff. So as I'll be loading it, you will see what I'm talking about as I'll take it on this other server. But it's so cool to see how all this thing can come together. Wow. Okay, we are almost there. 1 minute. Now it's loaded. It's on there. It's in there. So what we will do is that I will just add /setbgm and validate. Okay, it says that it can't find it. It can't find it. Why can you not find it? You have to load it. Okay, yes, I had something added here that is not here. Hopefully this one will work. Bang! Look at that! Oh, my live stream is not work. Why is it that sometimes when I'm about to really do something interesting, the live stream is kind of like bugging? Oh, my whole system is freezing. No. Come on. So look at that. You saw what I'm really excited about now. You see what I was talking about. You see, this is just a script that I did run like that on this website, and I can load it and configure it. And here's what I was even saying earlier. If you look at this, I did code part of this myself. I sat down and I was coding it myself by tapping all this stuff and changing the information and everything about it. So this is just some cool stuff that I do sometime when I have the time. Sit down on the computer and start typing stuff, and these things like this comes up. So, and again, I just want you to know, if you are interested in these things, if you want to make it a passion, if you want to love doing it, I'm here. Just give me a call, tell me when you're ready to start the journey. And it's not really this crazy. You see how I'm doing just some little clicks and this whole thing is coming alive. Like this video, these are literally linked. It's from my computer. These are old video that I was doing when I start all this stuff, you know, learning. I think it was over almost 2 years ago, something like that. And this is just me talking and doing some videos on this stuff, and I did link them, and they worked. And it's not really even like crazy like this my actual website, because I have this website is really crowded, it's busy, and I'm even thinking about how to make it less busy. But it kind of like the main thing that I'm really interested in is to make sure that all this information are out there, that anyone can just contact me and tell me what you're looking for, what you want, and everything. So that's why I'm doing it. But the most important part is this thing that we've just done, this one, Power Bank. So this one I can put it online, I can load it, I can do everything with it. And we just done this right now. We didn't have to. This is the IP address that we just enabled, and we added this file on it, in it. And this file is this script that we just made, this script. And there are a lot of things here that if I start showing you how the whole script went down, you will actually see the stuff that I did type in here. This whole image, this is my URL, the URL, the full qualified domain name that I did type in. It's pinging from it. And this is the YouTube, my YouTube link that I pasted here. And I type everything from here. So these are just cool stuff, and these are things that I love doing. I just sometimes sit down, type, code. I do a little bit of this coding too. It's just that it's a lot to just study and to memorize at times. So most of the time I just keep myself from getting crazy from all these things, but learning the basic and do just the basic. So guys, see ya. I'm so excited for doing this almost all the time with you. Enjoy this time. I love this moment. I really love it. I really appreciate doing this thing most of the time. I know just some little stuff that we just do like that for fun, but there are other major advanced configuration. Like if I want to make it goes online, like this my website, you know, this one is actually running on a WordPress. This is on a WordPress that is actually running. And all this video animation, background animation and everything is from that. So, and I just love having it. This is kind of like an audio that I did uploaded on it, and it's just me talking.
I worship the Lord because
so, and I just put it on there. Anyone that log on my website will have this first voice of my talking. I'm not even talking about IT here. I'm just talking about the Lord, and you know, talking about His goodness and wonderful thing that He has done for me. So, and you can contact me right here. These are my information right there. I like at the front page of my website, and my resume is right there, like right there at the top. And every information that you basically need to know about me, stuff that I've done. I haven't updated this resume yet. I have some update to put on it, but yes, this kind of like the basic stuff you really need to know about me on my resume. And yeah, these are all me. So guys, see ya and enjoy. Please enjoy. Today is January 1st. It's a wonderful day. It's a great day that the Lord has made. And the only thing that we can do is that we can have fun. We can just have fun, enjoy. And don't forget, if you want to learn these things, if you want to know, if you have like a project or something that you're doing that you don't really understand how to go around the, you know, the system administration part of it, give me a call. And I'll be glad to just help you out, show you what you need to know, and you know, do it with you, do everything together. So guys, enjoy. Bye bye. Enjoy your day and see you around in Jesus' mighty name. Father, thank you for this moment. We adore you because you are a good Father, and you have given us 2023. You have called us into it to manifest your glory and to move in power. We adore you on this day. We give you all the praise and all the glory. Father, in authority we will move, in glory we will move, and we will do mighty things in your name, in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you, Adonai. Thank you, Elohim, for your grace. Thank you for your love towards us. We adore you, we worship you, we live for you, we praise your name, Jesus, because you are Lord. That is who you really are. You are Lord. You are our Lord, you are our Savior, you are our Daddy. We love you. We just pray to love on you constantly. Let our heart be in that place of loving you perpetually, because that is the only thing that sustains who we are. Loving you, Daddy Jesus, loving you, my King, loving you, my Lord Jesus, loving you. Thank you, guys. Enjoy. I love to always say this: Jesus Christ, I love him with all my heart, all my strength. He is the source of everything that I am. He makes me who I am, and I just want him to be that same thing with you. Bye bye, guys.